Hi guys. A little bit different backdrop. I was already taping something else on this side of the room, so you're going to see this. This is actually my craft desk where I usually do my planner videos and that type of thing. But anyway, this is the weekly meeting for Weight Watchers highlights, and start off with, oh, let me start off with what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Let's start off with our triathlon. I got another sticker in there, so you have to get 11 and I have 3, so we'll see how it goes. Then I had my weigh-in, and my weigh-in was good. I lost 1.9 pounds. So the walking, the 10,000 steps per day, at least 10,000, I'd get over that, per day, really made a difference this week. I was basically the same, eating as I did in weeks prior where I have gained weight, but I have now, and I knew it, but I had my hurt foot, and no excuses. Walking those steps made the difference, and so good thing. 1.9 pounds gone. I'm still, I don't think I'm back to where I was at my lowest, which is, that's what the depressing thing is when you, let me look, when you go to, when you gain weight. Let's see. No, I'm not at my lowest. I've so far lost 9.5 pounds, but I was up to having lost 11.2. So I'm not there yet. I'll get back. Slowly but surely, I'll be going in the right direction, my hope is. Anyway, so here's the weekly this week. That's what it is. I hope you can see it. Clear the clutter. It can help clear a path to success. And basically, let's consider clutter. Many of us are surrounded by stuff in the kitchen, the bedroom, the bathroom. Okay. And then how does getting rid of the clutter help? An orderly, controlled environment helps promote healthy choices, and not just in your kitchen. So that's kind of what they want you to do, is just clear things up. I have been clearing like crazy lately and made some money selling my stuff in a garage sale. It's a win-win. I did that too. I got rid of a lot of stuff. I made more money than I thought, and I donated the rest, which made me feel good. So that was a good thing. Now, what to do? Keep or toss? You want to do, let's see, check this checklist. If an item meets any of these criteria, get rid of it. It's broken or missing an important part. I have never used it and can't think of when I will in the next month. It doesn't fit me now. Sad, unhappy memories are attached to it. I have another just like it that I prefer. It is no longer useful to me. It has never been quite right, and it is outdated in a way that makes it useless. So it's hard to get rid of things. I really had a little problem detaching from the things that I sold. Glad it's gone now, really. I moved on. Have nothing in your houses that you do not know to be useful or believe to be beautiful. Lots of good things. What else? Start small. Set a timer for 5-minute cleaning session. It's easier to get motivated for 5 minutes versus 5 hours. Well, that's kind of how I do tackle things. I'll be there and I'll think, okay, let me just clean that area. Then I feel better and I keep looking at it after I've done it. So I don't know if you're like me on doing that. Yeah, that's about it for here. I'm not going to read all those quotes. We got to move on to the meeting. Dorothy was great, as always. And she talked about today, and I'm using my little planner here instead of that book to do my notes, because I've already got this with me anyway, so I don't have to carry 2 things. Thought it made sense. Anyway, so I'm going to be reading my notes out of here if you wonder what I'm referring to. Today was ways to de-junk. Okay, our diet. Don't try to eliminate everything. Don't, deprive yourself. It's really kind of the talk of everything is just, let's move on, getting over, de-junk. First one is start in the pantry, fridge, or freezer. Are you willing to get rid of it? And if you are, replace it with something else that's healthy so you don't feel deprived. The last thing you want to do is to chuck everything and then feel like, poor me, I've got nothing, and then you go to the drive-thru and you buy something you don't need. Or, you know, this is more of a lifestyle than a diet, and you can't think of waking up every day being deprived. So when you're doing that and you're willing to get rid of some stuff, then, you know, try to replace it with things that you will want to eat, that motivate you to eat the healthier thing. And know that you're never going to give up everything. The rest of your life, trust me, you're going to have something that you're not supposed to. And that's really kind of, you know, the idea of this plan. You really can fit it in. You've got extra points weekly. You know, you can adjust during the day for some points if you got something coming up. Like I just, you know, I had my anniversary. I had a cupcake after. I didn't eat the whole thing. I was kind of full. Generally, I can't eat a meal and then dessert at the same time, but I just thought it was our anniversary, so I'm gonna, and then Gary ate the rest of it. It's not wasted, but, you know, I was gonna have that. It was my anniversary. There's no way I'm not gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? So I just made room for it in my points, and knowing it was coming up, you know, you can pre-plan. Anyway, the next one was take your own. So obviously you want to bring things with you. Like instead of wanting to feel starving along your errands and you're going to go through the drive-thru, just pick something up little, then you get, you know, crazy. Have a cooler in your car and bring something with you. And they gave all different kind of, you know, to-go snacks. Obviously fruit like bananas or apples or something like that that's easy to, you know, eat as you're going. Or if you had like a pre-portioned like almonds or some kind of nuts, or those like a cheese stick or a turkey stick or something like that that's easily grabbed and easily eaten. You want to kind of think of both of those, and that's for like when you're out and about and you know you're going to be out and about for a while, and you don't want, you know, between meals you don't want to hit to that point where you're just starving, because then you're going to feel like, oh, it's okay, I can do that. I can just get something small. You don't want to do that. So do that, and then of course keep the cooler in your car. Now if you forget to bring the ice thing and you just have the cooler in your car already, it still will help it keep the cold, because whatever you're putting in it is cold, you know what I mean? So if you're bringing a yogurt or whatever it is that's portable, it'll help better than nothing, I guess is the point. So don't think about, you should have the ice pack obviously in there and keep things healthy. And then try to think of things when you're going as protein. You want to think of protein because that gives you that extra boost to get you to the next meal. So if you can find something that satisfies you in the protein, it will satisfy you longer. So the protein helps. And then PC junk, and that's portion control. So you want to do it ahead of time, not when you get, you know, so you should do it right when you get back from the store. If you're going to have something that's really not the greatest, but you figure, okay, this is 3 or 4 points for this portion of it, do that. Put them in little baggies, put them in, you know, in a container. And so even if you really kind of go crazy and you're going to have more than one of those baggies, you know, one bag is 4 points and that's what you think you want to do, and then you're still hungry and you're really still craving it, and you take another bag and it's 8 points, it is far better to have done that than it is to just grab a whole big bag of something and just start mindlessly eating, because you're not going to pay any bit of attention and you're going to keep eating and way past when you needed to, just because it's there. So even if you're going to, you know, but the best part of the pre-packaging it for yourself is that you know how many points are in each one, so you know how to track it. So anyway, that was her points on that. And then to eat healthy, balanced meals. Even when you know you're going to eat something bad. The healthy, balanced meals is going to help you not to have the cravings, because you're not going to be as hungry. Because lots of times you think you're hungry, but you're not truly hungry. Hungry is a word that people say, but if you were really, truly hungry, you'd go get an apple, and that would be satisfying to you. Or you'd go get a piece of fruit or something very healthy, because it's more of a craving when you're eating snacks and junk food. It's not out of hunger. If you can get your mind set to the fact that I'm eating healthy and this should carry me to the next meal, whatever it is I'm eating, then you won't feel the indulgence of like thinking, well, I haven't eaten enough, so I have to have something. No. Eat the healthy, balanced meals, and then you'll be full, and those cravings should slow down a little bit anyway. Know your best options. beforehand, educate yourself. When you know where you live, and you know the restaurants around you, and you know where you might just wander into by mistake. And so you should know what the healthiest options are at that restaurant, even if it's a fast food restaurant. More importantly, if it is a fast food restaurant, because when you're going in there, instead of getting the Big Mac with cheese and some fries, if you know that they have really good salads and I can put that on the side, and so I can get away with a lot less points, and I'm still getting something through the drive-thru. That's kind of what you want to be able to do. And, you don't have to plan for everything in the world, but you have to plan for your radius around you, or where you normally go, or where your family likes to go. And so that, they all want to go to McDonald's, which I don't like. What can I get at McDonald's? So that I'm with the family, I'm doing what they're doing, and I'm not the burden. Nobody wants to be the burden, but I can get something there. So if you educate yourself ahead of time, and she says even maybe put it, she didn't say this, but I'm thinking it, is like even if you put it on little index cards and you keep them in your purse, something like that, so it's written down. You've already figured out ahead of time, if I'm going to Wendy's, this is what I'm going to have, this is how many points it is. If I'm going, like I said, around your area. And then too, when you're even going to go out to dinner, like I do with my friends, we go with other couples, I go online and check out the menu. I plan ahead of time and figure out what I'm going to want. And it doesn't mean that you exactly always follow that, or that you don't nibble from somebody else's stuff. But the bulk of, the good portion of what you're eating is something that you've picked out ahead of time and it's healthy. And that's really the point. You don't want to just go in there and not having any knowledge whatsoever, feel the pressure of trying to pick out something quick because everybody else is like, oh yeah, that's what I want. Instead of, trying to scan everything. Most times in today's day and age, they have an online menu. So try to do that. And then be very picky. You deserve the best. Have what you enjoy, but, be picky about it, because when you're having something that's not so good for you, be picky that it's really something you need at that moment. You really need it. You're not going to forget about it until you have it, and then I'm going to plan for it. I'm going to own it. I'm going to track it, and I'm going to move on. And so be picky about that. Don't just oh, well, I feel like eating something junky today, and then just have anything. No, let it be the thing that's been calling your name, and let it be that you're going to try to satisfy that itch that you might have for it. So that's kind of the idea there. And then what else? I think that was the basis of the meeting. It was a good meeting. Again, we always have the certain people who keep talking, and that happened again, and I try to let that go. Let it go. And then we talked about some new food finds. And at TJ Maxx, somebody had brought in maple baked frosted rice snacks, and you get 2 of them. They looked about the size of, the shape of a hockey puck, not as thick, but the roundness of that. You get 2 of those for 2 points, and they said that was very good. I don't know. I'm not a big rice case snack. They seem too dry to me, and I don't care about the crunch. So anyway, also at TJ Maxx, they had a puffed wheats, and those were 2 points, I guess, for the portion that you get. And then she said, and don't forget herbs. The herbs can help, obviously, helping with the flavor of something, and they're kind of free, so in points wise anyway. And then so that you can do that. But she said that her I think she said her granddaughter, to look, show her this. It was chocolate mint. It was a chocolate mint, and it smelled just like a peppermint patty, and it tasted like it too. And so it was pretty cool. And then so she just chewed on a little bit of it, you know what I mean, just to get the taste in her mouth, into thinking that that's my text. I'll wait a minute on that. And so that was a thing. She talked a lot about other herbs, but that was the one she was saying specifically. And then somebody else said they had found at Myers, and they have it at Kroger and Costco too, is an orange that's called Cara, C-A-R-A, C-A-R-A, and it was a navel orange, and it was pink inside, and she says it was the best orange she's ever had. So if that's something you might want to try, I don't know, I've never seen them. Of course, I've never looked for them either, so they could be at mine, I don't know. And then the turkey sticks that I was talking about earlier, they're at Myers, and they're by Jenny O. And they're usually by the Lunchable section, you know, those little kids ones, the Lunchables. And it's 0 points for one of them. And it's, you get 2 of them for 1 point. So that's it, like on the go kind of snack I was talking about earlier, or if you're just, you know, sitting there and just want to eat something, you know, to fill in. So 0 points, we like that, don't we? And what else? I think that's it about this. And it's, when we talked about graduation parties, and you have to remember that the party that you're going to, all these graduation parties, showers, whatever, weddings, you have to remember, it's not your last party. So you don't have to like think, oh, let me get out all, you know, I gotta have everything. No, 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 you're gonna go to another one, you're gonna go to another one. And she thought that maybe possibly you should eat things that you don't normally get to eat at home. And so that it really will be a treat. Obviously take him in smaller portions, make your plate, and then take a picture of it. Even if you're not a person like us that's, you know, doing videos and you're not going to want to, you know, post it. For your own self, it's so hard to remember exactly everything you have and how much you had of it. I'm sorry, let me just see who that is, because clearly somebody, okay, I'll get back to that in a second. Sorry about that. You can't remember everything you're going to have on your plate. And even if you have a half memory of it, you know what I mean? It's so easy. But you bring up the picture and you go, oh yeah, that's right. I had that. And then you can figure out the points for it. Don't just say, well, I can't figure out the points while I'm eating it. So, oh well, tough luck for that. No, 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 no. Be accountable. Own it. Track it. Move on. So, and remember, it's not your last party. It's not the end of the world. It's not the last supper, as they say. So that's what the meeting was about. Total for the group was 67 pounds lost. So that's really good. And it's just nice to see everybody there. And I like the camaraderie of everybody. It's generally a very good group. I know one that likes to talk, and she did again. She won't be there next week. Aw. Just kidding. That's what she said anyway. Who knows? She'll probably show up just to throw us off. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you thought it was helpful and you want to share it with somebody else who can't make a meeting, please do so. That'd be great. I'd really appreciate that. Also, comments. I love reading the comments. If you have any questions, as I've always said, if you have a question and I can answer it, I will. And if I don't know the answer, I'll let you know, and I'll check on it next week at my next meeting so I can get back to you on that. I've never had anybody do that. I mean, unless I've answered them on my own, I've never really had to check. But I will ask. I have no problem in asking or talking, clearly. Anyway, and then what was my last one? Oh, subscribe if you're new to this channel. I do this video every Wednesday because that's when my meetings are. We do other, Sandy and I share this channel, my sister, and we do other videos. We do daily vlogs. I do what I eat on Weight Watchers. I get 30 points so you can see what I'm doing per week. And I enclose a little bit of my day. I don't go into a great lengthy thing. Generally they're 6 or 7 minutes or shorter. And then just other, we do a Transformation Thursday, which we talk about our religion and how God is transforming us from within to help us with our journey. That doesn't hit everybody, but it might hit you. So look for those on Thursdays. And Sandy and I do a Whatever Wednesdays video on Wednesdays, and we just talk about whatever we're thinking about. We don't think about it ahead of time. We don't script anything, and we just talk and we banter back and forth. So hopefully one of those. And then I also do planner videos. I'm very crafty. I throw those in there every now and then, even though they have nothing to do with, well, they do a slight bit to do with losing weight, because when you're happy and your hands are busy, you're doing less eating. But anyway, hopefully you've liked this, and thanks guys for stopping in.